YouTube! This is our first video together. So my name's Jenny.
My name's Gernaj.
And we thought we would try out this YouTube thing for a little bit and just sort of document our relationship and how it develops over the years. So we'll see how it goes.
And one reason we wanted to do this is because we noticed that in the YouTube community there's a lot of people sharing their interracial relationship stories. And as you can see, we're in our interracial relationship. Jenny is
Chinese.
And I'm Indian, but we're both US citizens.
So very Americanized. I don't know if it counts.
Okay, so how we met. I think this is a great introduction to our first video. So we both met in February 18, 2016. We both were in undergrad at Emory, and basically I transferred into Jenny's physics class.
Physics lab,
yeah. Because there was like some schedule conflict.
So we were lab partners. How cute.
Yeah, it was a pretty late lab, wasn't it?
I thought it was 4 to 7, but you said it was like 6 to 9, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember. We should check that. But that's where we met. And without that accidental transfer, I probably wouldn't have met this wonderful girl. So
okay, moving on.
So about 2 weeks later, we started Facebook chatting. So on March 4th of that same year, I sent a Facebook message along the lines of, like, Jenny, did you go to Nanjing? Because I went to Nanjing in 2013 and I thought it was just very interesting because we were both like always seeing each other in physics, and somehow we just ended up being friends. So it's kind of cool when you see the first things that pop up on someone else's profile.
Yeah, so I went to Nanjing for a summer study abroad the summer prior.
And I went to like Shanghai for a medical internship. And I got to see Nanjing because one of my roommates lived there. So it was a really cool experience, even though I was only there for 2 days. But I wish I stayed longer. And then
let me see. One of the things Gernaj would do, because it was a late lab, I remember that, just not the exact time. Sometimes I would miss the last bus home, so Gernaj would kindly drive me home. I think it was only like 2 or 3 times, but he likes to remind me how much of a gentleman he was.
Oh, well, yeah. So I think the last bus, I don't know, might have ended at like 6 or 7. So sometimes I would drive. And I think the same day that I drove her, that's how we started becoming Facebook friends. So that was also March 4th as well. And then actually 6 days later, so we were in Emory University's spring break, we somehow just started chatting and we were like really bored and it was really late at night. And we decided to take on a little adventure. So we decided to explore Midtown, Atlanta, especially Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech and GSU. I think GSU.
Yeah. And we basically like just walked around at Georgia Tech at night, and I think
yeah, because it's really fun like visiting different campuses. I actually never went to Georgia Tech before that time, but it was actually a huge campus.
And what's actually very interesting is that a few years later I ended up going to Georgia Tech for more schooling, so it was kind of like a very weird coincidence. And we took a picture actually at Georgia Tech, and we also took a picture after Georgia Tech, and I thought that was like very unique just to see like how far we progressed, but it's also kind of sad just seeing us age too. So
it's not sad, we're not old.
So yeah, and then we ended up staying until like, how late do you think we ended up coming back from GSU?
I think we went at like 11 p.m. and came back at like, is 5 a.m.?
I think it was 5, 6. I just remember seeing the sun come up when we came back. But it was spring break, so like we had that freedom. I guess like sometimes people might travel in spring break and we didn't really know what we're gonna do in Atlanta, so
we just walked around for hours and hours.
But it was fun. We got to talk. and like we became really good friends, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably where we consider ourselves true friends, rather than just like lab partners in physics. We actually never really thought we would be in a relationship,
Yeah.
but somehow it just worked out. And then like the time that I decided to actually say I liked you was
So we became friends in March-ish, like around spring break. And then it was just like slowly over time we'd hang out every once in a while. And then about like once summer started and we got off of classes, before we like left Atlanta for whatever summer plans we had for that year, we decided to hang out a couple times. And I guess one day we went, I don't know what we did earlier in the day. I think we went to like Sweet Hut and bought sweets. Maybe went to like the mall. I don't remember. But one thing we did that night was watch Shawshank Redemption in the back of his car because we didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so
So we drove up to one of the dorm buildings at Emory and just like parked it there. And
yeah, it was a very unique experience. And it's kind of weird because I knew that the dorm building had Wi-Fi. So originally I moved from Emory, like a community called Emory Point at Atlanta. And because of the move-in, I didn't really have internet there. And it was like pretty blank. Like there was no furniture, there was nothing there. So we ended up just deciding, let's just go and like hang out in my car. And somehow the back seats were just more comfortable, and I lost access to the dorm since I moved out. So we watched a movie there. I think we didn't end up finishing. I think Jenny still thinks we finished, but I'm not sure.
I finished the movie because Shawshank Redemption is amazing and Morgan Freeman, y'all.
But yeah, I still think we had 20 minutes left. But even I think it was because my laptop
It was like
died.
10 minutes.
Maybe 10 minutes. And then we had this very awkward conversation. So the way I actually said, I think I like you, and basically was, since I was driving and I'm very nervous about her going back home and like feeling that like she has to respond in a certain way or not, because she should respond with what she feels. The disclaimer I said before I said anything after we watched the movie, and I was like, my heart was just beating fast and I was so nervous, but I was like, you know what, no matter what you say to my next question, I'll always drive you back no matter what. Like and like, just please don't please answer as freely as possible. And then I didn't, and she probably was like confused, like what am I going to say, like, so
I mean, I had like a little inkling of an idea, but I wasn't positive.
yeah, so I ended up saying something like along the lines like, we spend so much time together and I think I might like you, and I decided that like maybe it would be a good idea to try and date. So that's.
And so once he said that, my response, dead silence for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that.
No.
It seemed like an eternity, and I don't even think we looked at each other face to face. Like I think I looked at like the side of the window, and like just like on the side, I was like I was like, maybe I should have done that to like ruin the friendship. Did I like? It was just like so many things that were coming in my head, and it was just so awkward. But
oh, so awkward.
Yeah.
So awkward. But eventually I said something, and I think it was along the lines of like, I think I might like you too, I don't know. And then somehow we talked into like trying out, but not like officially being a relationship.
And I guess like through the years we realized certain things. We had like many different moments of like friendship and relationship, more because like we didn't want to sacrifice our friendship, but through the years we ended up just really, really liking each other so much, and like even up to now. So basically We decided to make this video just because we think that like interracial relationships are beautiful, and also I think you should always be able to be comfortable and no matter and be fully expressive of your love for the other person, no matter what their background is. So that's one thing. And do you have any comments?
No, I think you covered it really well.
So we plan to make more future videos. Exactly, don't know exactly what we plan to do. We might make some cooking videos.
We're horrible cooks.
We're horrible cooks.
I think we should do girlfriend versus boyfriend videos because I'm slightly competitive.
Yeah, she's like competitive.
Slightly competitive.
We might tell tips on how to manage a long distance relationship as well, because we've had those moments where we've been long distance.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And I couldn't be happier with anyone else.
No, stop being so cute.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Like and subscribe.
Comment, share, and we'll respond to all the comments. Bye.
Thank you for watching.